When it comes to the world of celebrities, it's not always what you see is what you get. In fact, it's usually quite the opposite. Celebs are people too, and when they're not on set or in front of the camera, they're usually actual people. Of course, celebrities always have, and always will, care about their public image and how they are perceived by their fans and peers. While some stars can be more carefree about the way they're viewed, others tend to do everything they can to maintain a squeaky clean image. The only problem? Some of the celebs who try and be goody two-shoes actually have a lot more dirt on them than they'd like to let on. So, we at Come Along collected a few examples of celebs who've always seemed one way in the public eye, but are actually totally different. Let's start the ride. Ben Affleck. He's one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors and directors, but behind the scenes, Ben Affleck has battled substance abuse and gambling issues for well over a decade. He entered a rehab in 2001 at the peak of his young fame, reportedly to deal with ongoing alcohol abuse. Alcohol and gambling were also said to be key factors in the downfall of his marriage to Jennifer Garner, according to TMZ, lest we forget the time he was allegedly removed from a casino for counting cards. Still, the most damning case against Affleck came in Garner's first post-divorce interview with Vanity Fair, during which she alluded to multiple issues throughout their marriage, including infidelity. No one needs to hate him for me. Don't worry, my eyes were wide open during the marriage. I'm taking good care of myself. Yikes. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift loves giving off that good girl image, but she's not as innocent as she seems. She likes to talk about being super supportive of female artists, yet she wrote a song, Bad Blood, reportedly about fellow female pop star Katy Perry, after she supposedly tried to steal one of Taylor's backup dancers. She packed the song's music video with her mega famous girl squad. Rather than including Perry to stop the feud rumors, Perry was left out completely and had us believing that Katy might be onto something with her tweet, quote, "Watch out for the Regina George in sheep's clothing," unquote. Then, there's Swift's back and forth with Nicki Minaj on Twitter. Minaj was disappointed when Anaconda wasn't nominated for Video of the Year at the MTV Video Music Awards. She suggested that only videos celebrating thin females were put on the ballot, to which Taylor replied, quote, "I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your slot," unquote. Where's the girl power in that? Steve Buscemi. As an actor, Buscemi's curriculum vitae includes murderer, gangster, addict, and bum. But off-screen, he's a stand-up blue-collar guy from Brooklyn. Before his acting career heated up, a young Buscemi worked as a firefighter for Little Italy's Engine 55. The day after the September 11th terror attacks, he went to Ground Zero in his old gear to join his former team. He worked long shifts with them for nearly a week, clearing rubble and searching for survivors. Buscemi never boasted about his volunteerism. It was fellow firefighters that revealed what he'd done. In 2014, he collaborated on an HBO documentary called A Good Job: Stories of the FDNY. Kim Kardashian. She may be narcissistic and do things for attention every now and then, but who knew that Kim Kardashian was also a mean girl? Well, it is believed that Kim has a very short temper with her friends, having infamously ditched her former best pal, Brandy, without any reason. The reality star is also known to fake her scenes and on her reality show to make herself look better. One example would be when she reshot scenes following her divorce from Chris Humphries so that the NBA player would face backlash while Kim is painted as an innocent one. Jennifer Aniston. Many people think that Jennifer Aniston is a super sweet and nice person because they always think of her as her friend's character, Rachel. However, allegedly, her down-to-earth interviews are fake, and she's nothing like the beloved character of Rachel. According to many of her friends' co-stars, all of the stars used to sit and eat lunch together, but Aniston always refused to join. Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres is one of the well-loved stars in the business. Not only is she funny, but she's got a reputation for being insanely kind and generous. no pun intended, as well. However, some former staff members of Ellen's show have reported that she's nowhere near as nice as she seems. In fact, they claim that she's downright mean and that Ellen has an ugly dark side and a temper like you wouldn't believe. Jason Statham. Jason Statham is a fan of a hardcore workout. Quote, "My workout is murder, a nightmare, and priceless," unquote, he said about his regimen. One of his exercise rules is never to repeat a workout, something perfectly embodied by CrossFit training. The Death Race star reportedly dropped 17 pounds in just 6 weeks by working out for 35 minutes a day. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard both saw their public images dragged through the mud after news of their divorce hit the tabloids in 2016. The months-long affair proved to be one of the messiest and most horrible celebrity splits in recent memory, and included everything from bizarre accusations of infidelity to even scarier allegations of domestic violence. Details remain murky at best. To this day, the truth of what transpired seems likely to remain clouded behind a he said, she said battle. Still, if many of the reports leading up to their settlement are to be believed, the time they actually spent married was anything but romantic. Jimmy Fallon. When NBC dumped Conan O'Brien as the host of The Tonight Show in favor of bringing back Jay Leno, it seemed the network was trying to play it safe and appeal to the biggest crowd. Leno's second successor, Jimmy Fallon, seems to have been the right move in keeping The Tonight Show as safe as possible. When he's not hosting the late-night TV dynasty, Fallon seems to be not so safe after all. In autumn 2015, revelations reported in the New York Post revealed that Fallon is a pretty heavy drinker, and that fact is starting to become an open secret among those who know and work with him. He suffered alcohol-induced injuries 3 times in a 4-month span, injuries that included needing to get his hand stitched up after falling on a broken bottle of Jägermeister. On the subject of his reputation for heavy drinking, an inside source was quoted as saying, "It's gone from being a whisper to a chatter." Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake has been a fan favorite ever since his days as the lead singer of NSYNC. People just can't seem to get enough of the smooth singer, and for the most part, he's always maintained a pretty good reputation. However, what some fans may not know about their boy Justin is this. Justin isn't as nice as everyone thinks. Although no off-the-wall stories have ever been reported, Timberlake has often been accused of being rude to his fans and having a very whiny attitude. Cameron Diaz. For years, fans have loved Cameron Diaz. Not only is she talented and beautiful, but she also seems to have a good sense of humor as well. But since nobody can be perfect, she also has her flaws, and one of them might just be that she's a rude person. According to sources, both Diaz and her sex tape co-star, Jason Segel, were very rude when fans asked for autographs at a movie premiere. According to a fan, Diaz stated, "If I did it for you, I'd have to do it for everyone," before storming off. Yikes. Will Smith. Who couldn't like Will Smith? From West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where he spent most of his days, etc., so forth. The star who made his mark on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is one of the most charming and bankable stars in Hollywood, but not everyone is smitten with Smith. You may recall, over the course of his breakout comedy, that Aunt Viv magically changed from one actress to another. Actress Janet Hubert, the original Aunt Viv for 3 seasons, claims that Smith was disrespectful and egomaniacal on the set while she was trying to be professional. She blames him for her termination. In 2011, she told TMZ, quote, "There will never be a Fresh Prince reunion, as I will never do anything with an a-hole like Will Smith," unquote.